change always comes as a surprise to people, but I don't see why it should. It's people change all the time. The economic situation changes all the time. The political situation changes all the time. The environmental system changes all the time. And businesses are not immune from change. Even though dealing with change is uncomfortable. And I think that change is something that has to be factored into firms' planning. One of the little things that I sometimes do with my students is ask them to diagram time for me in trying to get people to think. Some students from certain Asian backgrounds diagram time as a wheel. It goes around, comes around, and all the rest of it. Students from a Western European or American background, or even an Australian background, diagram time as a straight line, past, present, and future. And when I extend the future in a sort of fan shape and say, okay, now which of these is the future? They're slightly puzzled. Right? The future is not fixed. The present, the here and now, is fixed. The past, or at least our interpretation of the past, is fixed. But the future is essentially unknowable. The prognostications at the moment about the population of Australia being 35 or 40 million, they're guesses. Nobody knows. And this is what change is all about. We don't know what's going to happen. All we know is that it might be like today, but the chances are it won't be. So we have to be prepared for change. And I think that contingency planning, which is essentially dealing with change, has to be part of the strategic planning of companies. And I think that companies have to realize that, like people, they're different from every other company, and they can't use standard plans and so on in attempting to develop contingency plans for change. They have to look at their own situation and think about, okay, if our product goes off them, if a new product comes on the market, how do we compete with it? If clients turn off from our product, how do we deal with that? And so on and so on and so on. And I think that change, like diversity, is one of the major problems facing firms. Firms get complacent because it's easier.